here I am. It feels like it's been forever since I've done any of these. And I really had to push myself today to even come and do this because I really don't have a lot of time. I have things to do. I am transitioning. But yet, I needed to come here really quick to just explain transition and how important it is to embrace it, regardless of the fear or the disconnect from your comfort zone, I suppose you could say. So many people are like, no, there's no comfort zone. I'm great where I am. Are you though? Are you really, really, really great where you are in this moment? Do you see a picture of yourself in the future where maybe there's a better version of you? Are you still reaching for that better version? Do you really truly have everything in your life that you need at this moment? Most people might say yes. Most people will say no. They're missing something. Money, health, spirituality, love. There's things we are missing in our lives that we deny ourselves. Some people deny their health. For myself, I'm going to use smoking as an example. Even though I really desire to quit smoking and become a non-smoker, I continued to loop in this present state of all these fears of getting to be that non-smoker. Excuses of sacrifices I don't want to make yet, I guess you could say. I'm holding myself back from being a non-smoker because I create all this fear of, I don't want to go through the withdrawal. Who will I be as a non-smoker? I'll be bored. What will I do? All these little things that trick me into thinking I'll put it off another day. And we do that in most situations that we have in our lives, the things that we lack from ourselves. In that case, health, spirituality. A lot of people don't want to look beyond what they can see. They're fine in that perception, which is, of course, their own reality and choice, and it's not up to anybody to push that onto them, but they will find that they don't feel fulfilled because there's no purpose when they're in the darkness that way. They're just in a complete comfort bubble of, this is fine, I'm a robot. That's pretty much what they do. I'm a robot, tell me what to do. Okay, I'll go do that. So then there's other things we don't want to transition through, such as physical health. Some people don't want to work out because it sacrifices time. I don't have the time for myself. I don't have the time to get myself into the gym, blah, blah, blah. You don't have to go to a gym to get physical health. People choose to eat whatever they want, and yet they complain that they feel ill. They have all these dis-ease in their minds. Their physical body is, suffering from the foods they're taking in. For my own self, my own thing, ascension or what have you, is I fast more. I can't eat a lot of meat anymore, especially pork. Oh my goodness. My body is very sensitive to food now, so I'm on a different type of eating habit, which is for my own physical health, spiritual well-being, mental health, because I'm not really absorbing all these toxins. And when I do eat, it's exactly what I need, no more, no less. Satisfying, and I love it. I even dance because my body is enjoying it. So that's another thing. And there's love. A lot of people, again, I fit into this too. A lot of people keep ourselves blocked from love. And it's the same incidents that we do with physical health, spiritual health, mental health, all of this stuff. We just don't reach for our true desires. Why? Because we are so afraid to get through that transition. We're afraid to lose ourselves in who we are right now. Even though, we desire, we play in daydreams, maybe, of this vision of ourselves in the future and what we would love to have. But at some point in that dream, we stop ourselves. Well, no, that can't happen because I'd have to be vulnerable. And again, that's another key word, vulnerable. Are we willing to be vulnerable to go through the transitions to get to our desired state of being? Are we able to take responsibility for our fears and say, yeah, actually, I do fear that, but I have the power. That's my choice. I can actually go through the fear and get to the other side. Because on the other side truly isn't always afraid. The fear is truly just an assumption of you making up a story of thinking something's going to happen in the future. You're trying to be psychic. That, well, if I let my schedule go and put in time at the gym, then everything is going to come crashing down and my whole life will be in chaos, so I can't afford that extra hour. That there is a wall. Same with like love. Especially when you get to your 40s, you'll meet a lot of people like this. Me, men, me, women, I don't know. Where it's like, I've experienced heartache. Somebody has taken my vulnerability and my love and squeezed it so bad it hurt, and I'll never do that again. And then we create walls around us, little islands of our safety where we don't let anybody come on. And yet we say we're happy. Because, yeah, hey, I'm all by myself here on the island. The transition is really to keep staying on your island, but to build like a pathway to another person's island. You know, like, I don't know, all of a sudden land comes up. But it's, transition is just the hard work that you have to get through to get to that desired dream that you have. Nobody is coming over to hand it to you on a silver platter. You are going to have to sacrifice something in regards to your own being right now, who you are right now, your identity that you hold to yourself. You have to sacrifice that and push through to who you truly desire inside. And I'm going to tell you right now, for the people that are like me, that like to say that we're single for life, I've been single 5 years and I'm very content. At least I tell myself that daily. But there are moments where I do desire that companion, you know. And I don't think that that's wrong. I think that's human nature. But see, when I start doing that, that's when I start taking myself back down to why I don't need a companion. I don't want one. They just, yeah, I'll keep that stuff to myself. They just, you know, it's just not worth the pain anymore. Men my age, let's say, that's another thing I tell myself, men my age are emotionally damaged. They're unemotionally available, and they aren't able to step outside of that. So that's stuff I tell myself to keep myself away from that love part that I do desire in my future. I try and twist it to where my future is just me, and I'm happy. But really, is that life? Truly? There has to be a spark. There has to be a negative and a positive. They have to be together in order to make anything work, right? The sun, the moon, everything works together. There has to be two things. So living the lonely life really truly isn't fulfillment, because I'm not fulfilling that part of my desired state. I am oppressing it because of fear and transition. Financial stuff, let's say, oppressing it because I try to live beyond my means. That's another thing I'm doing now, sacrificing, getting rid of most of my stuff, moving into a bedroom that I'm going to rent from a friend, sacrificing space, sacrificing my own everything. But it has to be done because I need to get to a spot where I am going to feel fulfilled, not happy. Happiness is no longer something that is even really something I search for, because happiness is fleeting. Fulfillment is sustainable. What am I giving out to the world? What am I giving to myself? What Where in my work life am I happy in my work life? Am I happy in my love life? Am I happy in my social life? Am I happy with the friends in my family life? Where am I balanced? If I'm off balance, then I'm not truly fulfilled. So I need to actually pay attention to each one of these things. Yeah, my health, maybe my health is fantastic. I'm at the prime of my life. But do I have everything? Maybe I'm a monk somewhere, spiritually fulfilled in every part, but I'm still missing that divine counterpart that this world just runs off of. There's so many things that we fool ourselves into thinking that desired state, that most imaginable, amazing dream that you dream is unattainable because we don't have the resources, we don't have the heart anymore, somebody took it in our past, our finances, our debt, we'll never get out of debt, we'll get another job. The same thing with me, work harder. That's all we have to do is work harder, push ourselves. Why sit here and tell ourselves that we're just not going to get it? It's fun to dream, but reality is, life's fucked. Okay, have fun with that reality. Build yourself great, health-wise, financially, career-wise, love-wise, social-wise. You can't be on just a little island. And I say that only because I know that I am so very self-aware right now of what I have done to myself in all these times. This illusion that I've created to protect myself. And I know there's other people out there like me. And I'm going to rise, become a better version of myself regardless of what happens. But I am going to put myself out there more because I need to be fulfilled in all areas of my life, because that's just what us humans have to do. That's our souls. When you get to the gates of paradise, I think they're going to ask you, did you fulfill yourself here, 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 here? Were you fulfilled in every part that we gave to you to experience? Did you take best advantage of that? Or did you just tick off one or two boxes of, yeah, I was great this way, I was great that way. Oh, but how about this way? No. Well, boom. Go to hell. No, I'm just kidding. That's not really what's going to happen. Can you imagine? Oh, yeah, I missed a box, so... Anyways, that is all this video was really about. Transitioning and getting through the hard part. The fear is going to be there. Absolutely. It's going to be so freaking hard. But you have to build a foundation of trust, commitment, dedication. Oh, so much. You just have to build it, and you'll get there. And I'm excited to get there, truly. If I went into how life has just absolutely twisted in my world, it'll be in my book, and maybe another video, but seriously, my life went into a whole, and I went in through that whole grief part that I spoke about in my other videos. In amazing ways, my whole identity was stripped away from me. My mother identity, I was pushed back into just Amber. What does Amber want? Oh my gosh. At first I was so scared to dream. What do I want? Am I really allowed to dream this little dream for real? I have so much I can do, so much less responsibility. Whoa. I'm reaching for it to show my children and myself and my family and my friends and you that no matter how hard it is, the payoff at the end is so worth it. So, yeah. Think about that. Namaste.